Good afternoon, everybody. I am Trung. I'm the representative from the team 113. Today, I'm going to present to you our application, iVOE Plus. Now, let me start with why do we want to build this application. We are 4 members, 4 students from National University of Singapore. As we are students, we understand what students really need and how a mobile application can help students to improve their university life. Studying in a top university of the world, we all want to enjoy a world-class learning environment. We want to participate in lots of CCA projects, and we want to explore and discover the great NUS campus. However, there are so many painful little things which can make a student underperform. There are too many updates to keep track, too many information from school, too many school projects and CCA projects which are hard for us to manage. There are too many school materials and a too big campus to get around. iCreate Mobility Challenge 2012 gives us 4 members a chance to work together on how we can help NUS students to enrich and to get the most from their university life. We have worked to build an app that is useful with beautiful design, simple to use, and a user-friendly interface. And we proudly present to you iVOE Plus. iVOE Plus consists of 4 carefully selected and tailored for NUS student components, namely Stream, Group, Workbench, and Directory. Each component aims to solve some problem that we students are facing nearly every day. So let us explore what inside the Stream, the first component of our app. NUS students all have many different sources of information and important updates, but having too many updates makes it really hard for students to manage all of them, and it is likely that students can miss out important updates that they would regret later. Stream provides an all-in-one news center for all important updates from announcement, forum, and student events. This feature helps students to view all the updates in a convenient way. However, a careless student can still miss out some important updates. That's why we implemented the push notification system to keep students updated with the newest information no matter where they are. Another feature I want to show is the smart reminder system. We are mobile phone users, and we all agree that typing in a phone is not a very comfortable task to do. And why we use the phone as a little assistant, we carry it with us every day, carry to everywhere, and we realize that data entry is really a big concern. Our smart reminder can help students to add notes and reminder to the phone calendar as simple and easy as possible. With the built-in intelligent parser, adding event to the phone is just one click away. In conclusion, with an all-in-one news center, a push notification system, and a smart reminder, we think that Stream can help students to keep track of all the important updates in school. Now, let's move on to the second component, the group components. An NUS student can have so many groups for a semester, like school projects, CCA projects. So managing groups, contact lists, and communicating between group members can be a tough task for students. For now, there are no existing tools that can utilize the resources that NUS give us to help ease these tasks. That's why we came up with the idea for a group managing system. So with group, we offer the group managing system to manage all the group contacts in a simple way. And we understand that Not so many mobile phone users like typing in a small screen. That's why we choose to utilize the IVLE API to build a feature that is the class roster importing, from which student can use, can import contacts easily to the groups. We also give the freedom to the user to manually add the contact if they really want. Another big problem is communicating between members within group. We offer our own solution. This is the built-in support for SMS, email, and photo sharing. This feature works together with the group managing system to make this task, to make the communications easier. So, with a group managing system, a convenient class roster importing feature, and the built-in support for SMS, email, and photo sharing, we think that IVLE Plus can help students to handle group work in a more convenient way. But that's not all. As a university student, the amount of material we have to go through is just crazy. And studying is the most important thing we have to do in school. Reviewing school materials become a necessary task. That can be done every time, everywhere, especially during the long trip on buses and MRTs. Especially for students like us, we have to travel very long from home to school and back home every day. So we always wish that there is a tool that allows us to utilize this time. For now, we actually have a tool that is the IVLE app built by CIT. However, this app requires internet connection, which is not available on buses and MRT. We have a workaround, which is 3G, but this is not a very economical choice because we all know that 3G in Singapore is quite expensive. And we came up with the idea for the work bin. This is a simple, better, and free way to be able to access to school materials from everywhere, just with a phone. So we introduce our work bin. Our work bin has the offline view support, from which students can read all the work bin materials anywhere, anytime. It doesn't require the internet connection because all the materials are stored inside the phone. Our work bin component was inspired by the very famous app. The famous Sing app is Dropbox. But we offer something more than that. What is this? We offer an organized work bin structure, so it helps us to manage the work bin files in a more simple and convenient way. Because syncing to Dropbox, it's just put everything inside one folder, and we try to preserve the structure of IVLE work bin. And as students, we understand that we are forgetful. Sometimes we need to print materials, print lecture notes before going to the lecture, but we forget to bring the laptop. Luckily, we have the direct print support, from which students can print the materials without having to carry a very heavy laptop around the campus. Our work bin, with the offline view support, an organized work bin structure, and a direct print support, I think the most essential function that NUS student ever wanted for the work bin is now available. Let's go on to the last component. This is Rectory. As we all know, NUS campus is so big that it is impossible for us to remember every places, every location, every small details, and it's often hard to find some places like Where is the Mr. President office? Where is the new DBS Bank branch in NUS? Where is the McDonald's restaurant? And where is U-Town? This question is not only hard for new students, but also it is sometimes very hard for even senior students like us. That's why we want to build the directory to help NUS students on this issue. Navigating around NUS campus is difficult. We offer a comprehensive directory system with the essential and carefully chosen information for NUS students. Sometimes we students got lost with no internet connection available and we want to reach some place. We know that most navigation apps need to be used online, but internet connection is not available everywhere. That's why we want to offer the offline view supported. So all the location, all the information are stored inside the app. That user can access to it every time, everywhere, without needing an internet connection. And we offer an automatic update feature from server to keep all information up to date. Why we implemented this? This is because information, the location can be easily outdated after a few months. For example, a few months ago, there's no DBS Bank inside US, but now have. That's why we want to build the automatic update feature so that we can do the update on the server and push to the mobile app without having user to install a new build every time. And this also make our app, make our directory component easily extendable in the future. So IVOE Plus, with the 4 essential and carefully selected, carefully tailored for NUS students, we do think that IVOE Plus can be a personal assistant that makes students' life in NUS much easier. That's the end of my presentation. So we're going to demo. Okay, this is the IVOE Plus app. So I will show. This is the screen after user open the app and log in. This is the stream page. The stream page have 4 segments. This is the all and announcement, forum, and event. The all segment consists of the most recently updates for the announcement, forum, and student events. The announcement page is has all the announcement for each module student is enrolled in. The forum is on the forum, and student event is the student events.
The forum read only?
Yes.
Is the forum read only, or can you post?
The 4 is for announcement we cannot post because announcement is not made by students. Forum I think can post. Forum can post. Student event it is read only.
Are you able to post a new thread on the forum through your application?
This is we can post the new thread.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you reply to?
Reply, yes. So reply. Okay, let me first explain the forum. So for the forum, we display on the forum here, and inside this is the headings. Inside the heading, we shorted the thread by from the newest to the and inside each thread, we display this post at first, and from here we can see all the posts in the thread. Let's find some longer thread. Okay, like this. So this make the navigations convenient and easy. Like this is the first post, and just here is the second post. And inside each post, we will know that which post that the current post reply to. We want to put this in because sometimes in the forum, some students just reply and we don't know which post are they referring to. And from here, we can reply to the post. So this is for the forum. The next is the announcement. So here is the list of the modules. So if we go into one module, we can see all the announcement. The student event is on the most recently student event. The on page means that just some of the latest updates from each category is included in this page. We include only 6 announcements, 6 latest forum posts, and 6 latest student event here. Before I talk about the smart reminder system, so let me show you how this works. We have the intelligent parser to pass the time and pass the contents of the announcement, the student event. So let's try to click on this date. After clicking, it can get the time, the title of the event, and the detail here. We wanted to minimize the UI that students do not have to click and to type. We want to minimize the typing as much as possible. And after we press done, this will be added to the phone calendar. This is announcement. Let's try some student event. Okay. This have only time, so this is not possible. Here, for example, if we have this can recognize this is the 2nd of August, and this is the content. That's the important feature of our stream page, the reminder. The second component is the group. This is our first idea when we want to build this app, because we often struggling with managing all the group contacts when doing school projects. So for this, let me demonstrate first the class roster importing. How do we do it? So when we create a new group, we have the add contact button. So from here, we can use the class roster to add the contact to the group. So I will add all the contacts. Here, all the contacts are displayed. And after you click done, it is saved. And this is the new group here. From here, actually, we offer the manually adding feature. Here, from here, we can enter new member also. Okay, after we click done, we can see the new member is included in the group. But what makes the app so convenient to use? That's because we implement the SMS, email, and file sharing system. So when we press SMS, this will show the SMS screen. We can send the message to all the team members.
Have you published this application?
Yeah.
Have you published this application?
This application, we are going to publish it very soon, but we haven't published.
You might want to check the QA criteria, whether you are allowed to SMS all in a group. But as far as I know, for let's say Windows Phone or for Nokia platforms, you cannot have that function because it's considered spam, or it's considered spamming. So you might want to check for, I don't know about iOS, but you might want to check whether there's a possibility that they will not allow that.
Thank you. But I think that this is allowed because I work on some other iOS project and the SMS function is allowed in iOS. I think so.
Okay.
So from here we can send SMS. We can email all the group mates. Here is the list, email list. And from here we can send email. And this is the file sharing. From here we can take the images from the gallery. Let's take some images. We can take from gallery or we can take from the camera. Yeah. So I should one picture.
So you can only share image files?
Yes, we can only share image file because I don't think there's any other file types that is allowed to share inside iOS because we cannot access these other kind of file.
Okay. So if I've downloaded a PDF before, I can't share it, or if I have a PDF in my Dropbox, I can't share it?
Yes, you cannot share it.
Okay, not technically possible.
Yeah, not technically possible. So from here we can. Okay, why do we just want to share picture? Because this is so important. Sometimes we have a meeting and we take notes on the paper, and this sometimes we just want to capture the image and send to all. But the normal process is capture using a camera and importing to the computer, and then have to send email. This is too long, and that's why we offer this feature. Here, this is the group. We can have as many groups as we like. The work bin. This is the work bin that have files. So let me go inside some. This is one of the files that was downloaded before. So the second time we don't have to re-download it. We click and it opens directly because the file is stored inside the application, inside the phone. This is the file that haven't been downloaded. Yeah, this. So after clicking it, it will download. And after downloading, this will be stored inside the phone.
Can you share that file with somebody else?
Share that file.
That means, let's say I have this PDF file. Can I export this PDF through email to somebody else?
This we only offer the print and Dropbox integration because we don't think that sharing a file inside the work bin is necessary because anyway the student have access to the work bin already, so we don't really need to share the work bin files.
Okay.
That's why we don't want to build this.
Right. Okay.
From here can print. This device I don't install Dropbox, so you cannot see the Dropbox the Dropbox integration.
How does it detect the printer?
This detects the printer just like a normal iOS printer setting. This is the work bin, and this is the directory. The directory has the most important, the most essential information that NUS student might need. like the office. For now, for demo, we only include in some some of the most important location here. But when we release the app, we will update with more entries. So, for example, we want to see the central library. We can see the address, see the opening hours, the about, and we can have some images.
And where are all this data obtained from?
The data comes from our server.
Okay. And how big is the database at this moment?
The database is not very big at this moment.
And you mentioned earlier on that you basically cache all the information from your web server onto your local device.
Yes.
Okay. So do you cache everything, or you selectively cache?
Selectively cache. It's not cache everything.
Okay. What's the criteria for selecting which component to cache?
We cache only the. We cache for this, right? We cache the text. We cache the image.
Okay.
From here, we can call the office, we can email, and we can visit the website.
Okay.
We have the staff directory also here. From now, we have only included all the staff for CS department of School of Computing. And the miscellaneous is some random thing, like the DBS bank, where is this? The address. And from here, we can go to see it on the map. Here. That's my demo. Do you have any questions?
When you create your groups, the data of all the people in the different modules, they are manually created, right?
Sorry, can you?
When you create groups,
A group?
you have people that you select. You can select, right? Where's that data from?
The data is from IVLE API. Because we want to minimize the work for user. That's why we get the information from IVLE. So that because the project group is mostly from the person from the same module.
Okay. So the IVLE will be able to tell you in this module which students are registered in this module and their contact number and their email address.
Yes.
Okay.
How much time do you spend to build this app?
This app we spend around 6 weeks. But actually this is kind of 3 weeks, 3 last week.
Oh, okay.
In the stream with the various messages, is there any way to mark it read or unread so you know which messages you've seen?
This one, right?
Yeah. Because it's a lot of messages, a lot of threads.
Actually, at first we wanted to view this also, but later we realized that these students use both mobile phone and both computer to read all these kind of updates. That's why we don't think that making like read and unread for the phone is necessary. Because student can actually keep track because the IVLE API will tell student that whether announcement is read or unread.
Oh, if they've used the IVLE website. But if they use this, does it synchronize back like that?
This part I'm not sure because this is another teammate part.
So basically what you're saying is that the IVLE API will actually know which message has been read.
Yes.
So in this case, you could actually obtain that information from the API, and then you can just do an update on the UI to tell the user whether the message has been read.
Yeah. It is possible, but because
but you
we
guys
have
choose
time
not to
restriction,
implement.
we have to choose the thing that the more important thing to do. That's why we just leave it.
Okay, understand.
So I just want to make a quick comment. I generally like the idea, but I think that in execution, you've ended up with an application that tries to do too many things and doesn't actually do anything particularly well. But I like the idea of an IVLE plus kind of personal assistant that helps you with all the things that is not part of IVLE because it's nothing to do with virtual learning. So for example, if you added in or changed your feature set to do things like helping to schedule project meetings, helping to find places for project meetings, helping to find someone who can loan you a copy of a textbook because you couldn't buy it in time, that sort of thing, and integrated it with the IVLE data and features that are available, you'll have a real personal assistant that is actually very useful and then add on to the IVLE data and system, rather than having just incremental features that are not part of IVLE but could easily be in the next release.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, but let me just answer this question. So we also thought about this. We thought about the textbook forum. The textbook forum actually easier than implement the forum for IVLE. But we didn't implemented this because we don't think that this will be easy for user to sell textbook and to view on the list of textbook in a small screen like this. And because normally if we want to find a textbook, we will use a computer to do this.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but before you go further down that thread, I'm not talking about a specific feature or function, just that in general, to make this a useful personal assistant, it should do personal assistant things rather than IVLE features. If you added a use textbook feature as well, I would similarly have the same comments. But I think if you found ways that people like to use their personal assistants to help them to study and implemented those features and the IVLE integration as a side, rather than focus on IVLE integration first, you would have a much different app that is not just an IVLE client with some added features, but actually a personal assistant client that integrates with IVLE.
Yeah, thank you.